Hello, today I'm making a video about the dentistry application process in England and applying internationally to Spain as an English secondary school student. So first, England. Now, you need quite a lot of things for England, more than Spain. You need really good GCSEs, probably from 7 to 9s, as well as competitive A levels, which should be predicted or achieved from AAA to A-star AA, as those are the most common entry requirements. Additionally, you definitely need chemistry, and some unis also like you to have biology. You should try find work experience as well, where you job shadow dentists, not just for the application, but it would also be useful for you to know that this is a career for you and that you find it interesting. Now, you'll also need to make a personal statement, which is an essay where you describe your interest for dentistry, how it came about, how you've developed it, as well as how you're ready for university, and also supercurriculars, so things outside of school which you've done, such as maybe volunteering. Additionally, in the personal statement, it's a really good chance to be specific to the universities you're applying to. Sometimes universities say what they are looking for in a person, such as we are looking for empathetic people, so you can mention about volunteering and talk about how that's helped you develop some skills of empathy. Then you're going to have to do some interviews as well, which are MMI or panel, and it changes on each university. However, I would recommend to focus a lot of time on them, because me personally, I did really bad in mine, and thanks to that I have to take a gap year now, but oh well. Finally, the UCAT is a test where you have to do questions on quantitative reasoning, so maths, verbal reasoning, so reading speed and comprehension, and decision making, so logic based pretty much, as well as a situational judgment, which is where you are given situations surrounding workplaces or educational scenarios, such as in university. These are all surrounding medicine, nursing, and dentistry, and you have to be able to answer what the most appropriate or least appropriate responses to each scenario is. Now to the public universities in Spain. Once you've completed A levels, you need to send your certificate of results to UNED ASIS to get them converted to a score out of 10. Then you must sign up to take 2 PCE subjects. Although they don't say that you must do them in subjects related to dentistry, it does help, so I recommend you do so. Additionally, if you've also done A levels in biology and chemistry already, then PCE subjects should be quite easy, as they have less content. But they will be in Spanish, so you will have to have a decent level of Spanish in order to do those tests. Additionally, you need to go through DELE, which is their assessment company in Spain, and achieve either a B1 or a B2 level. You must check specific university requirements, and this just dictates that you speak Spanish sufficiently well to be able to go into university and become a dentist. If you're a student from an EU country, i.e. if you have a Italian passport or something like that, then that means you pay local fees in Spain, which is a lot cheaper than England. So tuition would be about £1,250 to £2,500, which compared to £9,500 in England is a lot less. Additionally, the cost of living in Spain can be cheaper than in England or the UK, so it's a very economical option. Now, not as economical, but private universities in Spain. Tuition cost, they go from around £12,000 to £17,000, but the average is 15,000, I would say. And you can study in English at some, so if that's something you're interested in because you want to work in England or an English-speaking country after, then that might be beneficial. You have to take a specific entrance exam, and you will have to do an interview at some. I'm not too sure about all of them, but the ones I've looked at, you do have to. And you do still need to do the previous things which I mentioned, such as the UNED ASIS, A-level accreditation, I'm not too sure about the two PCU subjects. I haven't been able to find much information on them, but I recommend you do your own research on that. And you do also need to do the B1 or B2 level in Spanish, even if you are studying in English.